Hey guys, it's Jonah here, back with a beer review, and yeah, I'm feeling a bit rough today. Not through having beers, um, but yeah, I went out to the cinema yesterday and I took a couple of beers. You might have seen them on Untapped. Had some cinema beers. They do serve beer in the cinema, but not very good beer. So I took a couple of cans, and it was either that or the dodgy popcorn or the meal I had out, but my stomach is rotten today. So I thought, yeah, I'd have a beer and we shall see where things go. It's going to be from Iberia. And this one is, we're back in Portugal. It's these guys, Tough Love, from Esmoriz, which is up near Porto in the northern part. It goes all the way down here, the northern part of Portugal. Um, but yeah, as usual, or as is the trend these days, nothing in the magazine about this particular brewery, but some woke crap instead. So it is kind of cool. The brewery is called Tough Love, and I guess that looks like a heart with hops and skulls. That's kind of like a, it looks like a tribal kind of tattoo type thing. I guess that's what they're going for. Tough Love Craft Beer, it says over there. And this is their Hazy IPA. So like a modern style, New England style perhaps, at 5.5%. So right on the border of what I would consider an IPA, but just on the good side, which is always good. Um, let us open this bad boy. We shall see what we get. Nice hiss. This has been in the fridge for a few days, which is always good for me, just to prevent things exploding. Because I don't know whether it's just me, but I tend to, um, yeah, especially with craft beer, I've had a lot more really overcarbed and potentially explosive beers, whereas the more traditional beers, I've hardly ever had one of those explode. Back to the tulip. There's the tough love thing. Right, let's get that in there. Oh, I've just seen that might work for one of those sideways type thumbnails that I do. Bit of haze at the bottom. No, actually, quality control on this one looks to be quite good. So, I'm going to turn that way up and have tough love like that. That looks good. Oh, and if I go that way, keep up the interest, because I know some people think I always have my face on the thumbnails, which is boring. Whereas some people, they literally just have the outside of the beers, which I do that sometimes, but not all the time. Not a huge amount of head, but that is definitely a hazy beer. Um, yeah, sort of half a finger head, not really doing too much. Let me see if I can work out, because I've got the where is it? The untapped thing. I should have centered it more correctly. So the hops in this bad boy are lemon drop, citra, Columbus, mandarina, Bavaria, obviously, and motueka. So we've got, yeah, we've definitely got American hops. We've got Australian or New Zealand hops there. Mandarina, I guess, is kind of a modern developed European, I think. Almost a triple C, and we got lemon drop in there, which is, yeah, crazy. Obviously, it's got oats in it. Two types. It's got malted oats and it's got jumbo oats in there. We have wheat malt, some dextrin malt, and of course, the majority of this is just normal pale malt, like normal every beer in the world. The majority of it is pale malt, unless there's something really weird and special going on. But if that happens, I will tell you. But this one is a normal beer. Interesting. I am getting the lemon, but I'm also getting that orangey mandarin citrus. So it's kind of fighting between the lemon and the kind of more orangey type citrus fruits. Um, Little bit of kind of greenery there, no doubt from the citra and the columbus. Hopefully that'll come through more in the flavour. It's not really coming through that much on the nose. Obviously, this has been in the fridge, so often the nose, the aromas are kind of muted. The more you chill beers down, but like I say, I don't like exploding beers, so that's why I tend to tend to chill them down. If craft beer purveyors such as Beer 52 would guarantee, and I'm talking 90% here, not perfect, but guarantee their beers will not explode, then I wouldn't put them in the fridge, or maybe chill them down a little bit, but not to fridge temperature, maybe to cellar temperature, like 10 degrees or so. But these are probably 5 maybe degrees, so pretty cold. But I'm not prepared to do that while quality control in the craft beer industry is so woeful, because it's all about money. Craft beer is not about the consumer. Craft beer is about making money, um, which is really sad, but that's the way it is. Cheers and beers, guys. Oh, if you're new to the channel, if I've said anything that kind of gets your goat, why not subscribe or give me a thumbs up? At least I've entertained you from my rhetoric about beer. But yeah, long-term viewers and subscribers will obviously know what I'm like by now. I'm not trying to, not trying to dissuade your viewpoint at all. All I'm saying is about the way I think about things, and mainly to entertain you while we're having a beer. Hopefully, you've got one in your hand. Cheers and beers. Oh, quite a nice level of bitterness there up front. The lemon is definitely, I would say, the lemon is the most prominent. Then it descends into the kind of more orangey citrus type stuff. There is a bit of greenery there, but again, very much in the background. Because of the amount of oats, and obviously we've got two different types of oat malt in there, things are really rich and creamy. But also, what happens is the flavors, the tastes of the hops, the hop oils, kind of the oats merge things together, and that for me is the hazy style all over. Um, and for beers where they have a lot of different hops, um, the blend and the kind of melding together is something that this style really, that is the whole point of this style. I think for me personally, I prefer my hazy beers to be single hopped or maybe two hopped. For something with 5 hops in, hang on, one, two, three, yeah, 5 hops in here. Um, the extreme use of oats and to some degree the wheat as well, because they merge everything together. It's really difficult to pick apart the different flavors, and they tend to get packed together into just a hop juice. And sometimes that's for me what, yeah, hazy IPAs tend to be a bit hop juicy. That makes sense. Or creamy juice. Like sweet corn juice. When you've got a tin of sweet corn and you pour that liquid out and it's kind of corn juice. It's kind of a bit like this, but it's a bit creamy, like I say. Nice tide line we have on there. So head retention is pretty good, but when you got a lot of oats and you got a touch of wheat in there as well, that tends to happen. So not a huge head, but what head is there is going to cause some nice things when we look at the back of the glass, and we descend into kind of foam watch. If you're new to the channel, you'll know all about foam watch by the end of this video, I'm sure. Let's go in for some more. Oh, yeah, quite a healthy. It's not super bitter, but the bitterness is definitely there. Or perhaps it's because it's a lemon hop, lemon drop hop. Obviously, it's giving the illusion of kind of bitterness and stuff. Look at that! look at that lacing there. Wow, that looks absolutely crazy. So what I was saying about the kind of head retention is absolutely ridiculous. Let's have a look on the back. Wow, we have got some sort of alien kind of thing there. It's like a rearing horse perhaps in the head, which is crazy. And then we descend into kind of the sea, kind of when it hits a rock and it all sprays up into the air. And then on this side, what have we got? It's like a kind of a sort of thing rearing up, some sort of monster from the deep, or potentially one of those creepy crawlies with their back continuing to go round. Very, very, very nice lacing on that glass. That's cool. And obviously we've got the retention of where we actually started, which I always like to see. Let's go back to the actual can itself, because I think it's quite interesting. So we've got some sort of cursive tattoo style tough love, which you've seen already. Again, skulls and kind of things, and a bit of, what would you call this, kind of filigree or something like that, which does resemble a kind of heart shape. And then we've got something which, if it will focus, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't really go into too much detail there, but yeah, I think that's a good looking can. I quite like the colour as well. It's a sort of a reddish colour in the background, a deep red, and then they've gone for a more sort of neon kind of red, which is also a kind of tattoo style, a modern style. So yeah, I like the style they're going for, and they're going for a hazy craft beer, which a lot of people are. I reckon that's not a bad craft beer, but personally, I reckon you could have probably got the same outcome with maybe slightly less hops. Anyway, that's what I think. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, dear viewer, and I will return. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be back with another beer review, and that's coming up real soon.